Do they want to be free? Or do they want the ways of the white man? They want the white man's money. They want the white man's behavior. See, the white man's not going to put you in slavery. They're not going to put you in slavery. That's not happening. Because the white man is the devil, and he knows if I put you in slavery, that'll make you behave. That'll make you behave. So the white man's not going to put you in slavery because he doesn't want you to go to heaven. He doesn't want you to be in the character of God. So if he puts you in slavery, you start acting like you start being in the character of God. Because a servant is greater than its earthly master. A servant is greater than its earthly evil master. Jesus came to serve, not to be. He came to be served, not to be served. He came to serve, not to be served. So if he puts you in, so the white man's not going to make you be a slave again. Because he knows that he had you cursed already when you want to be like him. When you want to be like the white man, when you worship the white man over God. See, you will obey a white man before you obey God. When Jesus tells you to do something, you refuse it. But when a white man tells you to do something, you want to do it. And Yeshua gave you warning. Do not be in love with money. But the black man, he just loved his money. And then he influenced his own people with bad behavior. They give you TV shows. They give you movies. They let you be directors, enticing you to influence your own people. Y'all see that show Good Times? I ain't talking about the old show Good Times. I'm talking about the new Good Times they put on Netflix. You see who it's produced by? But do you see the characters and the behavior in this new cartoon called Good Times? What would make a black person do that? What would make a black people produce this type of show and say, look at you. This is you, black folks. This is you. This is this is you. This is your character. This is being black. And knowing that black people, this is not your character. This is not the image of God. But look who's directing it. Look who's producing it. Who's making them produce that? Who's making them direct that with that type of behavior? You see? But those black folks that's doing that is like, I don't care. They become Judas. They don't care about you. When a white man gives them money, they become Judas. They will kill you. So when it comes to black people that love money, I don't trust you. Because I know you'll kill me. You will kill me. If you did it to Jesus, I know you would do it to me. My brown people. I love my brown people. Because y'all some dedicated people. I like the dedication in my brown people. Y'all be like, F Trump. I'm crossing the border anyway. Y'all like F Trump. I'm crossing the border anyway. I like that. I like that. Because you don't give up. And you be like, I'm crossing the border anyway. I'm justified. I'm running away from the drug cartel. I don't want to get killed. And see, that's justification. That's justification. Because it's not like you coming over here and killing other people, like what they did to the indigenous people of America. They came over here killing up people with their own evil in the name of God. And then on Sunday, they were like, my favorite character is Apostle Paul. Let's go hang some niggas on trees after church. That's what they did. That's what they did. And then they say they're justifiable. because I have faith. I'm saved and I have faith in the Lord. I'm justifiable. I can do whatever I want. I'm justifiable because I have faith in the Lord. Now, you know, this is some BS, right? You know that they have a mental illness, right? This is a mental illness. When you have faith in the Lord, you do what it says. You follow Yeshua. Yeshua don't go around sinning and say, I'm justifiable. Yeshua has no sin in him. He's holy. So what's the difference between you and Yeshua? What's the difference between you and indigenous people? Because you don't see indigenous people going around saying, I want to take over the world. You don't see indigenous people says, I want all the things in the world. I want all them. I want, I'm going to colonize you and make you live the way I want you to live. I want everybody else to live the way I want them to live. Put my way of life. Put what I value. I want to give everybody else the world. Look at this Frenchman. Frenchman is going to Africa and said, look at. we trying to give you the world. This French man is going to Africa and offering you the world. And so without us, you're nothing. Without us, you're nothing. This is what the white man is saying to Africa. Without the Europeans in America, you are nothing. You have no technology. Well, who's greater? The servant, the slave. And so God wants to extinguish us, separate us from the wicked. So you have the righteous and unrighteous. And sometimes things look like a punishment, but it's not a punishment. It's to keep me away from you. See, you looking at us like we're poor, but you the one that's poor without the Spirit of God. See, I might not have the things that is here today and thrown into the fire, which is nothing. You want the things that are here today and thrown into the fire. But God is separating me from you. So when you think that us, who live in these poor countries, you think they're poor countries, but they're richer than you because they're collecting the Spirit of God. So you value things that has no value. So God is distinguishing us between the unrighteous to the righteous. And so you laughing and calling certain people poor. But in reality, you're the one that's poor and retarded. Mentally, you're not mentally there. You're retarded. Because anybody that do evil and say, I'm justifiable and do it again is retarded. It's retarded. And you guys know I'm telling the truth. White Christians are retarded. They are retarded. Get out of here with that stuff. I'm justifiable. And your favorite character is Apostle Paul. It's retarded. And black folks, I love my black folks. But the ones that love money, the ones who worship white people, you worship white people. You worship white people when you want to be just like them. You want to be just like them. You want to crawl on your belly, searching for the things that's in the world, the things that's here today and thrown into the fire. That's not life. And Yeshua tells us, do not be in love with the money and do not follow the world. Why have things that someone can steal from you? But rather, let your treasure be what is in heaven, what is spiritual. And don't worry about how you're going to eat and what you're going to wear when you know that God is going to feed you. And you know that God loves you. When you was indigenous before the white man captured you, how was you living? You had cattle. God let it rain. All you had to do was just gather up fruits and vegetables and work your own yard. Before the white man captured you, how was you living? So black folks, I don't want to hear that, oh, I gotta eat. How was you living before you was captured? How was you living before the Constitution was here? Of these founding fathers of the devil came. How was you living? When you was in Africa, how was you living? When you was in your indigenous state, how was you living? You was depending on God. And don't forget what God did for you. When he separated the waters in the Red Sea. When he fed us in the wilderness. When he fed our ancestors manna in the wilderness. So don't say that God is not with us and you know that God is with us. Don't be like the white European Christian who is mentally ill, who doesn't want to do right. But in actuality, they're cursing you. They don't want you to do right. So you don't have to worry about them putting you in slavery because they know better than that. They're right ahead of you when they thinking about stuff. Because right now they think about they're gonna let black people curse themselves because black people want to be like them. But they're not going to put you in slavery because they know that the servant is greater than the earthly wicked master. And they put you in slavery, they know that you're going to be saved. So they ain't going to put you in slavery anymore because right now they got you cursed. A slave and a servant is better than the wicked earthly master. And today they can't trust you for you to put you in slavery. You ever heard of their slave killing the masters? Slave killing masters. You be working for a white man. He's your slave master. And you the slave. And you cooking for him, you'll poison him. They can't trust you as being slaves today. Because the slave has power over the earthly wicked master. Because if you're a servant, they got to really trust a servant. You got to really trust a servant. That's why when you eat at restaurants and the food ain't right, but you don't want to say nothing because they go change it, you don't know what they did to your food. That's why they can't trust you as being slaves today. And they know if you're some good slaves that you're going to heaven. But they don't want you to go to heaven. So you don't have to worry about them putting you and making you slaves. I told you, you sit in the front, I'm going to burn you up. And if you hope for climate change, you're going to drown. I'm Trey Knowles. That's my time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All I need is one mic, one mic. All I need is one mic, one mic. I'm bringing fire and water. All I need is one mic, one mic. All I need is one mic, one mic. I'm bringing fire and water. All I need is one mic, one mic. All I need is one mic, one mic. I am bringing fire and water. All I need is one mic, one mic. All I need is one mic, one mic. I am bringing fire and water.